back to live streaming poker tournament number 2. So we should be getting fired up here shortly. We're waiting for one more person to register. Typically on Bovada, the $3 games, like I said, I play $3 and $1 games. If I'm on a good run, maybe $7 game. Here we go. But the $3 games typically fill up faster than the $1 games, and I'll just play whatever one's closest to being, they're sit and go, whatever's closest to starting. So, as you can see from yesterday, my balance is down $6. It was $3.30 to enter this game, and I lost a $3 game this morning watching some Netflix. How did I play this morning? Again, when I'm watching Netflix, like I said, it's just more just background noise, and these talk-throughs are more of what I'm doing. So opening hand, 5-7, small blind, the big raise. And I don't like first hand crazies. 5-7 would do it for 20. No chance with all of these players. See if we get a slump on the first hand. Ooh, what a flop to straight. Oh, but I didn't because I folded. So obviously straight draw. We got a flush draw. Any two pair, any pocket pair, 3 of a kind. Off of initial raise. The same bet size again. Call around. No real indication. Could be a pocket pair. Could be the high draw hand. Now we have a 1-card straight for the 7, as well as spade flush potential and club flush potential. Same bet size on the turn. I certainly assume he has something. Could be, I'm guessing, a pocket pair. Either that or 9, the high 9. He has the high pair with a 9. So he raised off the beginning, but it's the first hand, so people like playing poker. Go, go, go. Could be raising like that. Big. See if he shows. And so, oh, we never show our cards. Now I have no idea what he was doing. Was he bluffing? Was he doing this? I don't think he was bluffing at all, but what did he have? What type of bet size would he put with what kind of hand? All of that information helps me manipulate you later on in the game. So, but, I mean, when I'm showing the cards, like when I show my cards, then, but I don't know what type of sizing that guy was doing. Ace-3 suited, like it. No flush draw. Inside straight draw. Ace high. Checking around. We'll call it 20. Just, and if there's any raise past this, or after the turn, I'm going to be folded. I don't hit anything. Yep. No flush draw. Well, flush draw for hearts. No flush draw for my aces. Ace-3. Too many people, way too big of a bet. Any bet on that one, I would have folded. There's no way. I would not hold out for maybe the ace on the river, and then I have a low card 3 as off card, and that's just, again, ace low card is a terrible hand. And unless you get lucky with the 2 pair, I'll play those. Even at the bigger, later on in the tournaments when the blinds are bigger, the bets are bigger, if there's a flush draw as well. I very rarely hit ace low straights. I hit ace high straights more often than ace low. But so 10-9, queen, straight draw, flush draw. 4 people in. See what happens. So I'll be checking a little bit on. Now that I know how to do live screen recording, I'll be doing some more. I'll do a stock terminal video here maybe today as well. But not really trading anything, just kind of watching stuff. Counts about 26,000. Like I said, down about 10,000 on the year. Ooh, so now again, extended. I was call those extended straight draws, where you can go either 9 or 8 jack or 7-8 for a straight. So, no real indication on the betting here yet. Kind of small bets. I think he bet 100 on the first one, and then he bet 20. So maybe he was probably betting a draw, didn't hit the draw. And again, in those cases, I had one of those hands yesterday, where it's like you bet a little bit, and then if they call. Now it comes back with a bigger bet, so that might have been a value bet to hopefully hold back 8 from betting big. And now that he's seen the whole board, he likes it, thinks he's got a good hand, bet bigger. Takes down the pot. So well played if he had a, I believe he bet 100 off after the flop. But good hand if the value bet held on the turn, and then he might have just gotten lucky and hit 666s at the end. So you maybe had a flush draw after the flop, doesn't hit the flop, small bets after the turn, because he hits a 6. Then after the river, hits another 6. Triple 6 is maybe a bigger bet. So that's my guess is what happened there. But again, don't show your cards. I don't know. So again, we're in it for those Hublot watches. I'm at the final table at the MGM Grand today. Definitely not in my kitchen. But I had enjoyed making this video yesterday. It's super easy to make. And actually works well. Fingers crossed, hope I don't cut off. But Wondershare, again, the frame rate of the camera on my computer is, I don't know, 25 frames per second. I think I looked at the settings, it looked like it could go up to like 59, assuming the camera supported that. But the resolution, I think, is 1080p, so, Queens, King Ace, 10-8. I don't know why 10-8 would call that. But it's the ace on the flop, double slump. So I don't know why ace 10 offsuit would call that. Maybe just done with the game, doesn't care. Pocket threes, I will certainly call a 3-bet raise. And again, I'm calling, assuming I'm calling a 3-bet 3 times the big blind. So I will call that. The pocket 3, a couple other people in the game. Typically, they're raising raw hands pre-flop. Really hoping I can hit the triple up on the flop, which obviously I did not do. So shitty straight draw, no flush draw for the board for me. Way too big of a bet to carry on with threes. But yeah, like I said, the resolution on the thing, like it was an hour video, an hour not live stream, but hour long video, and he converted in like 10-15 minutes because of the resolution being so much lower. So like that's pretty fast content. Like I said, I play these tournaments 2 to 3 times, 4 times a day, every day for the past 5-6 years. Because, am I ever allowed to get into society? Absolutely, no, definitely not. Definitely not. I have done for another like language litigation integration video done. Small raise, two bet raise, 3-4. Not interested. Some good action. A double slump to start off the tournament pretty quick. Yeah, so I'll be making more of these again just whenever. The only downside to making the videos is I can't watch Netflix when I do so. So just make them when I can. And hopefully, because I'll have to make a lot of these to get, again, there's a lot of iterations of poker hands. So try to get some good action on this one, hopefully. Said I watched my whole breakdown of yesterday. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it just as a poker player myself. So, but again, if Brad Boas is making it, is anybody going to support it? No. No. They just steal it, just like all of my scientific research that I'm offering $10 million to defend, or again, not defend. It is what it is. Can't turn on TV without people fucking saying something that I've proven on the internet. But as long as people bury their head in the sand and say not my responsibility, then they just go back to their privileged lives. 9-7, no raise. Let's play it. See what happens. Maybe get a straight, maybe get a flop 2 7s, 2 9s, something. See what happens. Ooh, middle pair with just a sloppy board. So I'll throw in some bet. If this guy doesn't bet, if he bets big, I will fold. If he checks, I'll bet a 4. 80 chips. Again, got middle pair. It's a really sloppy board. Let's see. Somebody with a 10 would almost certainly call. If they have nothing, they'll almost certainly fold. So now I don't want to look because I do have something, unless he has the 10. Again, there's a lot. I'll keep the bet size the same. So now 2 pair. Just see, I want to take the pot down. I could bet again, but then I risk a re-raise, so I'll just check to hopefully take the pot. And we both have 7s. So similar calling, pretty expected. Well played by 3 and by me. So there, I could have, again, in retrospect, if I would have bet a substantial thing, he might have called, might have not. But again, seem to be similar betting strategies from me and from player 3. 7-10 would have hit top pair. Obviously didn't because I folded. But 45, small bet, another call. And we had a 2-2 potential, full house potential. Still got the flush draw with the spades. A bigger bet here indicates probably slow bet on the flop, trying to get more chips. So probably a good fold by 6. King 5, again, I like this hand. Just for whatever reason, King low card, even off suits, seems to hit. So watch, we're going to get a King on the flop. It's going to be the top pair. Come on, player 3. Come on, player 3. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, well, we did not hit that time. Clearly not. So, in flush draw, anytime like that, I'm out. If I have a King 5 offsuit and then hearts and diamonds and then the flop is all clubs, there's just no reason to carry on with the hand. So now we got a straight draw. The turn neutralizes the flush a little bit. Obviously, you still have a draw there, but a lot easier board sitting there. Oh, there was the King. See, it was the top pair, but the flush draw had to leave. So probably a flush or a straight here. No, I'm thinking a flush or a triple. Two pair. Well played. What'd the other guy have? It went too fast. I couldn't see it. But well played by 3. Probably pretty well played by 5. 7-2 offsuit. Let's play it if this guy folds. Now let's raise it. We're going to raise 7-2. Yeah, let's go to 90. Just, why not? I'm going to take your 30 chips, bro. Uh-oh, he called. Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. Well, see, that's what you risk. Now if he bets it all, I fold. So that was a bad hand by me. Not well played, Brad. Bad hand by number 7. So that's just having fun playing poker. 7-2 offsuit, small blinds. Try to raise the big blind, see if I get it. If not, I'm not here. I'm not your pro. Queen 10, which I believe took me down yesterday. But I think it was suited yesterday. So we'll definitely be calling this. What's the benefits of raising there? Again, nothing. Scare more people. I failed to see a reason to raise pre-flop again at this stage of a tournament. 120, obviously out. So now I would have had an open-ended straight draw with the clubs and flush out there. Bigger bets. I'm thinking another 2 pair, 3 of a kind, maybe with the back end or the flush potential. So clear, we might have a flush with the clubs. We're already betting big, so either I think he flushed up or has a pocket triple pair or 2 pair. I think he's got a flush now. So 3 call, he's got to have something substantial, but he'd probably shove if he's going to call. I guess he's going to fold. So 5 obviously had something strong there. Either fold, maybe even, I don't think there was a full house potential. But flush, 2 pair, 3 of a kind. Ace 3, 8-3 suited. Yeah, just not interested in the thing. Watched an episode of Narcos today. I was going to short this thing right here, Asan, but we didn't. We were going to short it if it got close to 30. But didn't. I lost $50 shorting it, and that was the first intraday trade I've taken once, if not a year or 2, not 2 years. It's no cash flow. Hey Brad, can you give us more money for our bar? And he asked for $5,000. It's like that's not a substantial. It's not like a round. It's just like, hey, can I have more allowance? It's like no. I just want something to work. Whether it's my humongous YouTube channel of content, I only have 44 subs, but I have a ton of content. Just want something to work, and nothing works. So we're making poker videos. 10-7, let's play a hand. Another kind of slow game, not getting much cards. Not all these boring. The first one I liked it. This is a strategy video. So if you're watching poker strategy, that's what you're going to be watching these ones for. So it is what it is. No one ever heard that all words. So middle pair, king kicker, flush draw. Mano y mano, bro and bro. Let's go 90. Hopefully he has nothing and I take down the pot here. Yep. So let's see. King 10, I would have bet the same. I would have bet the same amount on the next card. Again, middle pair. I think if you bet on the flop and you don't bet on the turn, again, you show weakness, like in your poker betting. But betting the same amount again looks like either a slow play or just a structured betting to bet big after the river. So 5, 9, 5, straight or flush draw for the spades. We have a big blind and just a single call. So 9's probably just checking around, hopefully to get through the hand. 3 probably had some sort of draw, but not enough to bet. If 9 has anything, so they're both probably going to check. 3 might throw in something. Yep, ace high, ace jack. So if I was 3 there, I would have bet probably after the turn. Get it going against the big blind. To me, it always makes sense to throw a 3 bet in there to see if the big blind folds. Good chance they've absolutely. So more often than not, if I'm 1 against 1 on the big blind after the flop and they're checking, I'm going to be betting. So we got a couple calls, 1 raise, a 2-bet raise, another call, and a call. So ace, 8, 3 jack, 2 diamonds, 1 club. The guy who raised did not bet, so maybe king 10, maybe pocket something. But typically I think the pocket pairs get higher raises than draw hands, like the ace 10, ace king, the ace queen, jack 10, jack ace. So we had a raise from 3 and no betting since. Yep, there's a pocket pair. So again, I just don't know why the strategy of betting a small raise pre-flop with a decent pocket pair, right? You bet, then you see the flop, and there's almost certainly going to hit 9. Just 10 through ace could show up on the board, and then your pair means nothing if somebody else has a pair. So typically, you're going to either want to have somebody commit to a shove or a much bigger bet. Because I think that can go, your hand can get neutralized a lot of different ways with a small bet pre-flop that way. So he got lucky, he got away with it, but I just don't like that bet. I don't think that was a good one. Queen 6-4. I have ace 7, so I have ace high. No real straight draw. I'll throw out a 90. We'll see if I can take it with just the ace high. Again, some kicker with the ace high, but again, any pair beats it. Just apply some pressure, see what 3 does. But he's going to fold now. Yep. So even like timing is everything. Just how long, and I've played some of these tournaments, if they take a little bit, we talked about last time, if they scroll, if they're not doing even bets of the big blind, that shows me like, oh, what do I do? Do I bet this much? Oh, no, this much. So it's an indication for me. 8-6 suited, let's play some cards. Again, thought is raise here. Hopefully they have some sort of pair. So I hit middle pair, straight draw, flush draw. Let's see what 9 does. I believe he was the one who raised. So checks around. Now we have an ace out there, so I would have bet small with a middle pair there, but an ace out there, my guess is on a raise, somebody's going to have an ace. So let's see what happens. No more flush draw. There's the ace. So if I throw out a small bet, I would have lost the chips. Best to play as I could. Oh, then I would hit the straight, but again, I'm never calling on inside straight draws. It just makes no sense. And again, that was a what we had. There's a big. So now we have aces for sure. My guess is ace 2 pair or maybe a straight elsewhere. Yeah, there's a straight. Yeah. So kind of slow playing a straight. And luckily, I didn't call because I had to have a lower straight, and that would have been death for me. It'd be hard hitting a straight against a higher straight with that type of board, no real flush draw. I was thinking somebody had an ace, so I think the other guy did have an ace. But so 2 straights going against each other like that. If I would hit the 6 to 10 straight, and he had the 8 to queen straight, yeah, I would have been done on that hand. So good. Luckily, I got out after the turn bet. 4 jack 8, all off suit, jack high. If I had jack high here, pair, I'd be betting. Again, typically you can take a pot down. So my guess is that's like a jack 8 or jack ace, excuse me, maybe a 2 pair. Well, I guess we'll see because this guy will certainly call that bet. So triple 8s versus 7-6. I guess the 3 was just done with the tournament. That makes no sense to call that. So I don't know what that was from that guy, but well played with the triple 8s pocket pair. And that's such a deadly hand. Pocket pair, you just call and you hit triples on an indiscriminate board. It's just, and then somebody else bets. It's time to load up the barrels. 3 bet raise, jack 9. Certainly a callable hand. If I wanted to play a hand, but nah. It's rather dreary day here in the old Blacklick, Ohio. I'm still stuck in this shithole fucking state. Ohio is such a third world country of hillbillies. Yeehaw! Here in Ohio, I can get some corn. No constitutional rights, though. And you can't defend your house if you smoke the devil's lettuce because, you know, freedoms to defend yourself except or health care, but like no science, no laws, because we don't like the law. King 6-8 offsuit, decent sized bet, quick fold against the big blind. Again, betting against the big blind is always smart, especially after the flop. If they have nothing, they're just waiting to snap folding instantly. So this tournament's definitely moving faster than yesterday's. Again, in terms of blinds, the timing's the same, the 10-minute flights. So yeah, this morning's game, again, I don't track it nearly as close as I do these ones because I'm not watching every hand. I don't strategize any hand I'm not playing. So the blinds move up, ace low card offsuit. Not a hand I like, a hand I will play as the small blind. And he raises, I am out. Nope. So then again, it's like I call that. Yep, and that guy has ace king. And then I hit ace 8, and I'm all super happy. I have 3 whole aces, and that guy has a higher off card, and I lose. So ace low card, again, it's blasphemy to play that hand. You should be taken to jail instantly, straight to jail for ace low card. So checking, I believe, big bets. So flush draw, I think king high. I'm missing a pair of kings, maybe a 2 pair. Again, 2 pairs, 3 of a kinds. There's no real indication for me to see. It was really good. Those are hands you can get trapped in, or you can slump people with. Slump or to be slumped? That is the question. So once again, I've had basically every middle pair of this game if I would have played them. But again, middle pair cards, like even a small bet, I probably would have called it. That looked like a value bet to me, just as the high stack. Probably would have called a 1 bet on that. 6s will certainly call a small raise here. Because this is what I'm talking about. If I hit the triple 6s, we have 2 calling a 2 bet raise, 3 calls. Can we make it 4? Quattro? No. Oh, but I do not hit the triple 6s. So again, now I'm certainly out. So again, a bunch of people playing this hand. Could be aces, could be flush, could be 3 of a kind for somebody else, could be 2 pair for somebody else. Could be that guy just shoving his chips in. So I am definitely out with a low pair. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, so again, nobody's showing their cards this hand. These peasants don't know how to play. Fucking live, Bowery. Don't show your cards. No. Never. I will never show my cards to you. Never give you indication of what I am doing. Never. Oh, I've been in the movies in a while. Since I've moved, I'm about 20 minutes away from a movie theater, so there's gotta be one on Broad Street. Sure, and I'm like between, like right on the edge of Blacklick, close to Pataskala, close to Broad Street, close to Reynoldsburg. So there's gotta be a movie theater in Reynoldsburg somewhere, in Broad Street or something. But looks like as of now, it's like the closest one is still Stone Ridge in Guyana. So we have a shove, big bet, probably will call. It's a pretty big bet with a little slidey, but he folds. So again, that's he has a 163, clearly doing the little slidey on the bet sizing. And so he doesn't know how much to bet. That dude snapbacks with a re-raise, or he raises all in, and so not a bad hand. Again, without knowing what they had, 9 probably had a decent pair, and then just wasn't willing to give up his tournament play or his chip stack for that high pair. So that's what my guess was. It's probably pair aces versus pocket pair triples. 4-8, ace king. See, again, if you raise ace king, you're just going to scare more people off opposing just calling. And then you give people the opportunity to maybe hit a small pair, middle pair, think you're value betting, something like that. King, I don't even call this king low card because it's a straight draw as well, but I hit, so I'll check it. I risk, if everybody checks it, turning an ace and then losing my betting power. If not 150, that's a sizable bet, so maybe he also has a king. A 9 off card, I'm still going to call. Now I hit the 2 pair, which makes it fantastic. No flush draw, shitty straight draw. Always got to make sure you know what all the potentials are on the board. You bet big last time, should bet again. Obviously, I'm going to call. A straight or a triple will knock me out, but this is certainly a call for me. King 9 versus Ace 2. So, I'm in a full retard. Again, he just too involved in the hand. Again, high stack. He bet Ace 2 low card, makes no sense. But he raised, again, raising Ace 2. What? But he three bet raised, and then I think he was convinced with the bluff, or that I was just calling nothing. And then once I hit the 2 pair with no flush draw and the shitty straight draw, that's a call every single time. And inconsequentially, I hit the full house on the river. But again, the decision was made at the 2 pair. So King 6, again, certainly a hand I will play, but after a double up, I'm just going to pass. So, what am I? I'm 4th of 6 right now. Again, small high stack. No, I wouldn't even really call it no real low stack. 1,300 to 20. Certainly, me and the 2 lower people are same chip stack, and then I'd say that the 3 higher, the 2,500 to 3,000 chip stack are about the same. So no clear knockouts on the way. No clear front runner. And again, this is a little different than the $1 tournament. This is triple up. So if I would have made it to the money on the $1 game yesterday, we would have played till there was an absolute winner. Someone has I think the total chip amount is like 13,500. But this one, as soon as there's 3 people left, it will automatically ends. So 10-6, not a hand I will play. Yeah, I'll do just a quick know your terminal stock video for my trading series. Probably after this video. Again, the frame rate and the camera quality doesn't look bad. I watched my whole one yesterday. I don't know, I like poker strategy. Probably do a video on Price is Right strategy. I was thinking expanding my poker playlist to include just any strategy games, but this is the only one I'm currently playing. Could certainly do strategy of euchre. I'm a very competent euchre player, but those are really the only card games or strategy games that I currently play. So I'd have to play them long enough to get good at them to make videos about them. But certainly like making videos. Like my old neighbor Prashant said, just keep making your videos, but you don't deserve a 2-bedroom apartment because we're so privileged, we're just going to harass you every single day. Yeah, Ace King. See, if you don't raise that big, I might have called with 10-9. But you raise. Oh, see, I got one other person starting showing the cards. But again, when you raise Ace King, I'm going to fold. Unless I have another very convincing hand, I'm going to fold. If I have a decently convincing hand, 9-10, 7-8 suited, I might call a 1-bet raise or whatever. But again, these blasphemers out here raising pre-flop. We need to stop people up. 8-9-4, no flush draw, no real straight draw. Maybe some extendo straight draws with a 6 or something. So a jack, now a straight draw with 10 queen, 10-7. Big bets, so I'm thinking 2 pair, 3 of a kind. Or straight. Straight? Or is that 2 pair? What was that? Let's see what happened. Just jacks. So again, people just betting. I mean, I'm watching other people. Some hands I watch, what are they doing? But they just be playing non-half converted. It's poker. If you want to shove all in, who cares? So that's just having fun. Like I said, I literally make this to make educational content. If you're trying to be the best poker player in the world, you find something that I have to say interesting. I only solved all physics from first principles in like an hour, so. It's so crazy. I actually did that shit, and it's like nothing has come of it. Nothing. Except for global conspiracy. That has definitely come of it, which is cool. I don't get a family. I don't get a career. Again, I live in a building. There's not a house. There's no laughter. I don't even have a live, laugh, love little thing. So you know it's not an actual home. Just have no social life, like at all. Not like friends, like socializing, interacting with any person at any point in time ever. Because of crime. Oh, they're aliens. Oh, yeah, they're everywhere. They're just everywhere. A lot of them look exactly like us. A lot of them don't. A lot of them can do a lot of morphology. UFOs everywhere, obviously, several types of those. I know. What do you guys think? Like the Bentleys of the UFOs are. Like, do you think they have brand names? Probably not. I don't know. Do you think aliens? Do they all have names individually? Probably not. Context defines variables. So I imagine some species have names, some don't. Ace Queen as the big blind. Here we go. Come on, let's get something. But do they have brands on their technology? I don't know. It just really depends how populous the solar system is, and depends how populous the local galaxy is. When you start getting bigger jumps, like again, the Ace Queen, it's nothing. Awesome, sweet. So I could throw out a convincing bet, but I'm the big blind, which would be a convincing bet, but somebody else already bet, so I'm just gonna fold it out. And so could be a value bet to take the pot, but again, I'm a conservative player. I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, for who's here, who comes here, would have hit an ace on the river. If I would have made there, I probably would have called more. But 8-7, and so he just tried to take the pot with 8-7, got me out, so it worked. But like I said, if there's just like a dominant economic force, like there's a company that's been around for 1,000,000 years, they're going to know a lot more than other people. But then it could go a bunch of different ways. King 6 would not going to, like the hand, not going to call a 3 raise. And then it can just be very, very, very diverse or disperse, right? If there isn't, that's the easy explanation. If there's a long-standing economic interest in planet Earth or the Milky Way or what's their solar system called? Do they have a name for the solar system? I don't think so. Milky Way for the galaxy. And Jack 8. Certainly a playable hand. Now we're getting to get into the blinds where the hundreds, now it's a thought. I'm going to pass. But if it's dispersed, if there isn't like a dominant economic force, then nobody really is going to have like a long-standing history. Again, I don't think there's air traffic controls for the UFOs. But it's the easy problem if there's a long-standing, not even like dominant species, but just been around the longest. Big OG on the block type of deal that can help out the rest of the crew. But my guess is I know there's life everywhere. It's just such a specific question that I can't conjecture on. There's either a dominant economic, long-standing species or there isn't, and I can't answer that for you. They move shit around in my house. That still happens. I have apartments like every other fucking day. Here, I just don't. There's just so much shit around here. I don't know. I don't care. Like to me, aliens are as interesting and as non-interesting as the Animal Channel with PBS, Wild Child, and Oh Baby, and Earth Odyssey with Dylan Dreyer. It's biology. Civilization is nothing surprising. And how many years I've had to be consciously aware of this shit since the dude at Bob Evans. It's just, again, after solving all this shit, it's just like, oh yeah, obviously this thing. Again, it's like, well, no, the funny thing is for me, you get on Reddit and people will look back and be like, okay, there's not much going on in the poker game. But they'll look back and be like, oh, that one time that girl was flirting with me. And now I look back like, oh, that one time that was an alien. Wow. They look exactly like us. Straight same anatomy. They can walk down the street exactly without anybody noticing. But again, it's just weird human beings. Like, we're the center of the universe in the 1400s. And now we're the center of life. And we're just not. Just apes. King 10, high, big blind. Let's go. Hit something. Another slow game, man. This is only the second one doing this, but typically get some better action. Oh, we got a raise here. It's only a 3 raise against the big blind. But even if it's ace king, then I hit kings, and I'll definitely call, and then I'll get slumped. So I'm out. Could call, but ace 10. So again, there I would have had to hit the king. So those are always, I'm always thinking of those neutralizing cards with like a hand like that. Where again, this morning I shoved without an ace, and typically I never shove pre-flop without an ace or a high pocket pair. Again, later on in the tournament it might change a little bit. But and so if I hit the 10 as a high pair with a king kicker, I'm thinking I've got the high card or the high hand, and so I'll give that a B-. Got out of the way, turned out to be in the right, could have been wrong. So So we have another player starting to show their cards every hand now. That's how you play, which is advisable. What's on the markets? Yeah, it's kind of short this if this popped to 30 today. But the markets took a tumble. Mike Santoli and Rick Santellis and Carl Quintanilla and David Favor and Sarah Eisen and Scott Wapner and Dominic Chu, Brian Sullivan, and all those other ones, and Diana Folick. I think Rahel Solomon is no longer Team CNBC. I haven't seen her doing the news in a couple months. And obviously, we got a shot at Wilfred Frost. That's just a classic. 5-7 offsuit. Fold. I don't know. I like these. You can kind of just like a hangout session. I just talk to myself because I have no friends. And I post these videos on the internet. I got an interesting comment on my YouTube channel yesterday. So I'm gonna include the analysis for that for the language video. I have about that one of those done, so that will probably be tomorrow. Middle pair, small bet. Yeah, indiscriminate, nothing really. Maybe a pair that you don't even want to bet. Maybe a 5 or 10 showing. And let's say I had a 10 here. What would I bet? Or let's say I had a 5. Again, king queen out there. I would probably bet pocket 7s. I'll bet something here. Oh, let's just call. Like I said, I could call. I could raise. Let's raise. There's enough chips out there. A high draw might call me. Might hit higher. This could get reckless. But I could triple up. I do not triple up. So now I'll be checking. And so again, see now I kind of went in my own thing. I raised pre-flop. I missed. Now I'm a sitting duck. Because that guy says I could be slow playing, but that guy hopped all over it. Whoa, what is this? Introducing WinZip. No, thank you. So fold and show. So I raised again. C minus, almost enough putting it in. At this point in the tournament, again, the blinds are big enough to take it just without seeing the flop. Obviously, my guess is that guy also had a pocket pair or a higher pocket pair, or hit triples on the flop for a bet size of that big. And so typically, yeah, because if 5 bet that big, he's just confident in his hand. If he's kind of on the edge, he'd probably wait around to see what I did, because I was the one who raised pre-flop. So 250 takes the pot, and pot size, and again, if I have a convincing hand that I would be happy to take the pot with, but kind of want to incite a call if possible, I'll typically bet the pot. King 9, I am going to call a 1-bet raise. Hits the 2 pair. King 9, I told you, this hand's just hit, man. I already had 2 pair with King 9, probably had ace something, so he doesn't want to look completely weak. Value bets. Now we have a flush or a straight draw with 8-jack, 8-6. See if he keeps betting. If he checks, he has nothing. And I'm going to pounce next hand. 650. All in. Nah, this is fake news. I got 2 pair. He ain't got a straight. He's got rockets. And I get neutralized. So, nothing bad from me there. Again, that was a great call from me with the King 7 or the King 9 2 pair. And I see he had pocket rockets. That's what he was betting. And I got neutralized on the river with a 7. So the 7 takes away the benefit of my base King 2 pair, and his ace 2 pair takes the pot. And now I'm out. So that's poker. And it just kicks you off. So anticlimactic finish to poker tournament stream number 2. Still have not gotten in the money on the camera. So now, what's my balance at? Yep, so now I'm at $95.92. So again, I lost $6.60. We'll say $6.69 today in my poker venture. So now my account balance, I'm up about lifetime about $6. So gonna have to go work on the resume to get some more off poker funds. But overall, played well. Kind of slow game. Again, a lot of games get a lot more action than the past 2 I've gotten. It was certainly a faster paced game. The other players played all right. And I just got neutralized on the river. So there you have it. Got some more strategy going. Again, a lot of the same tough stuff. But for any strategy game, you're just learning, right? Anything with rules, that's where algorithms come into play. Like when you watch people talking about chess. I just watched the Botez sisters on Lex Friedman's podcast. And they were, talking about, having access to simulations versus intuition. Again, I don't play chess, so there's a lot less luck in chess than in poker, whereas you don't have neutralizing hands. But I don't know. I haven't played chess long enough to have an opinion if simulations truly help the intuition of the player. But poker, I just think there's too much luck. You just have to make bets and see. Hopefully, the cards go in your favor. So that's it for poker stream number 2. I will be doing some live stream trading as well. Again, once I start actively trading again. But overall, played well. Just lost at the end with a neutralizing card. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you improved your strategy a little bit. Hope I gave you some insight or something to think about or something to disagree with me about. And again, strategy games. Again, you just want enough repetitions to you'll see kind of how the game is supposed to be played just by what works and what doesn't work. That's all I've done. So thank you for watching Poker Playthrough Tournament Poker Tournament number 2 or something like that. So thanks for watching and see you on the next one.